Alright, so I was watching some YouTube videos. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them aren't. Some of mine are pretty good. Some of them aren't. Anyway, I was watching a YouTube video on a small engine repair shop. I think it's a combination of the word chick and mechanic, chickanic. So anyway, she was talking about servicing these trimmers. I think Weed Eater is a brand name. Did I say that already? And anyway, there was a Husqvarna or something she was working on. It wasn't a Honda. This is a Honda. And she said, you know, remove this screw and grease this up. I said, I've never done that. And this thing is, 8 or 9 years old. And I've never touched it. Changed the oil once. No, maybe twice, I think. Never cleaned the carburetor. It's been running great. No complaints. Absolutely great. So I thought, crap, you know, I think I got it in 2013. That's quite a long time. You know, I'll, clean it up, grease it up. Why not, right? There's not many hours on it. So I go to my manual and I look and it says maintenance schedule, page 15. So I go to page 15 and it tells me all to do this. It tells me to do all this stuff, what the interval is, footnote 1. And then I go down here and lubricate gear case. Every 6 months or 50 hours. Well, I don't know about you, but I only use mine in the summertime. That's like once a year. So I'm not getting it out in the middle of winter and putting grease in it. Anyway, so it says lubricate the gear case. Footnote 3. Because what I did is I ignored that footnote 3 and I read the entire manual, specifically the maintenance section. And there was nothing in there about lubricating the gear case. So I go back here and I read footnote 3, and it says these items should be serviced by an authorized Honda servicing dealer unless you have the proper tools and are mechanically proficient. Refer to the Honda shop manual for the service procedure. I added the word the. See Honda publications on page 29 for ordering information. So you go to page 29. Shop manual. Go to www.powerequipment.honda.com and click on Shop Manuals, which is on the bottom of the page. But anyway, I was kind of struggling there, so I did a Google search, and it took me right to the page I wanted. Owner's Manual. So I go to Honda and I order the Shop Manual. I have the HHT35S trimmer or brush cutter, if I can learn to read English. And it was $38.95 plus some tax, free shipping, $41.01. Amazon didn't have it. eBay had it for a little bit more than that. I couldn't find any used ones, and all the ones on eBay were actually more than that. So here it is. Let's open it up. Isn't there a tab you pull off here or something? Press firmly to seal. Open sesame. Oh, got something to put on the toolbox. I love my Honda. And a packing slip or receipt. Build to, ship to, and the $40 shop Manual. All right. It's the 3rd edition. I didn't get the 1st edition. It's not going to be a collector's item. Okay, let's read this together because, you know, men are not allowed to read manuals, just in case you didn't know that. So, okay, it looks good. Looks like they put some thought into it. All right, excellent. All right, let's see what Honda tells us to do. Maintenance is 3. And I go to 3 and it says the gear case is 313. And it says remove the 8 by 10 millimeter hex bolt. Oh, first it says remove the ignition switch, which is, you know, way down there, to the stop position, and remove the spark plug cap from the spark plug. I'm gonna risk it and not do that. So it says to remove this 8 by 10 millimeter hex bolt, fill it up with grease. It shows it turned on its side here. Let me do that real quick. So this 8 by 10 millimeter bolt here uses a 13 millimeter socket, because that 8 by 10 is talking about the threads. Actually, it's not even the threads. It's an M8 by 10 millimeter long. They're not even telling you what the threads are, but it doesn't matter. And it says to fill it up with NLGI number 2 general purpose grease. And all I have is NLGI 1.5, so I'm going to round up 1.5 because 5 is an odd number, so I can round up, and that'll make that NLGI 2. You buy that? Haha. Now what Honda shows is a tube, and you just squeeze the tube in here and just kind of fill it up in there. Taking this thing apart is unbelievable. I'll go over that real quick before I fill it up and close it up. So to take it apart, you take this screw out and then these screws off. This screw here goes through a hole that's in the shaft. And then it says in order to disassemble it, you put it in hot oil and heat it up to like 160 degrees or something. And that'll expand everything and you can take it apart. Yeah, it's pretty intense. Anyway, I think I'm just going to fill it up with grease. All right, filled it up with grease. Doesn't look like spinning it is going to work it any. I had to use my grease gun because I wanted to put some pressure on it, you know, get it in there. All right, that is that. All right, so there it is. Just like the picture. So now we'll put the bolt back in. Now this whole video wasn't about that. This whole video is just to let you know that if you really want to do your own maintenance, maybe even assembly, disassembly, replace a part or whatever, then you need to get a shop manual. And that is different from the owner's manual. You have to order it. It's 40 bucks from Honda. It's about $45 to $50 from everybody else. To take this off and disassemble all the gearing and everything, well, that's way back here. Gear case. Oh yeah, I mean it's crazy. Use a heat gun or submerge entire gear case in a pan of oil, heat to 80 degrees Celsius. When it's hot, remove the gear case from the oil and disassemble. For reassembly, reverse the procedure. Fill the gear case with NLGI number 2 grease. I only have 1.5. And I've already messed up my manual. So, you know, it has it's pretty complex, pretty rugged. It's not a cheapie. So anyway, if you need a shop manual, you need to order it directly from Honda. And that's the purpose of this video. Thank you for watching. Click, click. 10 Newton meters.